Hello everyone, welcome to my channel The Stars Mystery. One destination for motivational quotes, some beautiful stories, and amazing shairis. So, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Today's topic is help. This is a four-letter word, but this word holds a great importance. In our day-to-day life, somewhere or the other, we do help someone or we ask for help. So this word is really important. But before helping anyone, you should always keep in mind whether that person or anyone whom you are helping really needs it. Is your help really worth it? And would you be able to help that person? Then only do that, and never forget that you don't go all out while helping others, that you're helping someone and you're putting yourself in a trouble. So remember this thing before you help. And before I proceed with this topic, I would like to share a beautiful story which is very important for me, or which holds a great importance in my life. Certainly it is really special to me because I have learned this story from childhood, and this has become an integral part of my life. The story is The Nightingale and the Rose, written by Oscar Wilde. This story is somewhere very special to me, and why I will tell you after I finish telling you the story. So the story is of a nightingale who used to sing every night in a beautiful garden. Adjacent to that garden was a beautiful manor. In that manor lived a young boy who fell in love with a beautiful girl, and every night he used to describe his feelings for that girl, and the nightingale used to hear it. And the nightingale was fond of true love, and the nightingale believed that the lad was really in love and his love was true. So nightingale was very fond of that boy. And one such evening, that boy was crying, and the nightingale was confused. What has happened to this lad? Why he is crying? The nightingale found that the boy was crying because he wants to take the girl he likes to the ball organized by the prince, and the girl has demanded a beautiful red rose. Then only she will accompany this lad to the ball. But he was crying because it was winter season and there weren't any red rose available in the city. So he was crying because he couldn't take that girl. But the nightingale couldn't bear it, and the nightingale just flew across the realms. She was very upset that she couldn't help the boy. So she went across to different trees, different rose trees, asking for roses. And once upon flying, she came across a beautiful groove like shadow, and it sailed across the gardens, and it came across a tree. So she went there and she cried, "Give me a red rose and I will sing you my sweetest song." But the tree shook his head and told, "My roses are white and I couldn't help you with this. My roses are as white as the foam of the sea and whiter than the snow upon the mountain. But you go to my brother who grows around the old sundial, and perhaps he will give you what you want." This is the tree told. Again the nightingale flew to the tree's brother, and she went there and she again told, "Give me a red rose, I will sing you my sweetest song." But then the tree shook its head and said, "My roses are yellow as the hair of the mermaid who sits upon the amber throne, as yellow as the daffodil that blooms in the meadow, and I couldn't give you any red rose." And the nightingale was disheartened. She didn't knew what to do. So she came back. Below the boy's window there was a red rose tree. She came back to the tree and she cried. She cried to the tree. She urged the tree, "Please give me a red rose and I will sing you my sweetest song." But the tree shook its head. "My roses are red as the feet of the dove, and redder than the great fans of the coral that waves across the ocean. But the winter has chilled my veins, and the frost has nipped my buds, and the storm has broken my branches, and I shall have no red roses this year." Hearing this, the nightingale cried like anything. because there wasn't any way she could help that young lad. She was very upset, but she told the tree, "Please tell it to me. I am not afraid to do anything. I am willing to do anything. Please give me a red rose." And the tree told, "If you want a red rose, you must build it out of the music by moonlight and strain it with your own heart's blood. You must sing to me with your breast against a thorn. All night long you must sing to me, and the thorn must pierce your heart, and your lifeblood must flow into my veins and become mine. Then only I will give you a red rose." The nightingale didn't even thought for a second, and it was willing to give his life, her life, to save that student's love story. Death is a great price to pay for the red rose, but the nightingale was willing to do that. And the nightingale did that, But when the student found a red rose on his next morning on his table, he was very happy. He took the red rose, he went to the girl to give the red rose, but the girl went with some other boy in the city, and the student mercilessly, that lad, threw the red rose on the street, and it was tampered by everyone. The nightingale's life just went in a vain. The trees were crying for the sacrifice that the nightingale has done. Coming to it, why I am sharing this story? Because this story has taught me a lot. As a child, I couldn't understand the deep meaning or the actual meaning the story wanted to convey at that point of time. But at that point of time, what I understood was, you should never help someone until and unless they are asking for it. This is what I understood at that point of time. And I was like, it's fine. I want to help some people, but at the time I should really know, or actually try to find out whether my help is actually needed over there, and the person whom I am helping truly deserves it or is in need for my help. This is what all I could figure out as a child. But as and when I grew up, this story has become one of my favorite story. Not because it has taught me something in my childhood or it is good to hear or anything, because I have learned some valuable lessons from this story. So the first ever lesson is, whenever you're trying to help someone, never go all out. In trying to help someone, never put yourself in trouble. And the second thing is, everything which you see or hear can never be true. Sometimes there are different meaning to it, a different perspective to all perspective. Everything has a different version of it. So you just need to wait for the right time to know everything. And thirdly, never take any decisions in a haste. Never take decisions when you are not clear, just by seeing the things superficially and by following your emotions. Never take this decision. The nightingale took the decision in very hastily manner. She just saw the youth crying, and she just couldn't bear it, and she ended up giving her life. That was really not needed, because her sacrifice went in vain. The young lad never knew the sacrifice the nightingale has done for him, but the trees knew what the nightingale has done, what she has lost in this journey. So never ever take any decisions under pressure or under a situation where you are just following your emotions. Give yourself some time. Analyze the situation completely, then only do something. Helping others is a good thing. Sometimes we do want to help people, and we never want them to know that we are actually helping them. But in that case, you should be strong enough, and you should use your intellect to find out whether your help is actually needed. And even if you are asking for help, sometimes try to do things on your own first. Even then, if you are not able to do it, even then if you are not able to understand certain things at that point of time, asking for help is good, because we should always value someone's efforts, time, and emotions. They are doing things for us. So thank you so much, and always remember, never take a decision when you're emotional. Thank you so much.